Tonight.
I'm here now. I'll just wait till when he goes here.
Well, Washington High School will be right there. $130. What's your 20?
1614 Dawson. Is that right address?
That works. Just waiting for you here.
I get extremely bored, so I start listening to the police scanner radios. It's commercial-free Jerry Springer. I get extremely bored, so I start listening to the police scanner radios. I gotta turn off my... I'm testing out multiple distributions of insanity today, so I'm broadcasting on the Twitch. Hey, free delay. Actually watching inside the... I got you, buddy. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll be there in a minute. Be there in a minute. I got it. I got you. I'll be there in a minute. Whatever you say. Yeah, that's not right. Oh. Keeps resetting. Can't hold a scene inside OBS instead of for some reason. I'm selling into the NASDAQ now. I put some real liberal stops on these. These are $50 stops, 2-hour sells. Stock's just opened. So instead of double click, I can just throw these up here like this. Selling into the, here's the buy window, here's supply on the 4-hour. Now you're smashing into the, put some bad ratios up here for 2 hours. 15-minute chart's reaching up. This is a demo account with 50 to 1 leverage on NASDAQ. Pardon me? I guess I'm calling in. Wow, that was psychotic. That's the first 2 minutes of trading in the NASDAQ. Now I'm short into this.
141.
Top tick Tommy on the 4 hour.
Can
So
you
with the
call back? See if that person can get a hold of Jared.
I'm not the only one with echo issues, it looks like.
Call at 136. Can you have a sex crimes detective call me?
No problem. Gotcha. I'm scalping the NASDAQ here, buddy. I can't take that call. I wish I could help you. I can't trade and take care of that.
The location of this to West in Ohio, please.
It's the Great Reset.
Right.
Everything's a buck. It's the Great Reset. Everything's a buck. Cashing out of my scalp here off the treetops in the 4-hour NASDAQ as it rips back. Now let's catch a falling knife going the other way on a 50 pip stop. Trade with these big juicy stops, you can do no wrong. Yeah, this is the most busy scanner in the United States right now. It's the crack of dawn. How to commit crimes early in the morning. Indianapolis.
141, when I call it goes straight to a message that says they cannot accept calls at this time.
That's me, I'm trading.
Control the sex crimes detective, copy GX.
Okay. What did he say he was alone? Mention of anybody else inside? 2344.
137 control.
On it on the air.
Go for it.
Ready?
137.
Disregard.
I'm cashing out.
Okay. It is for Adam 136, 317, 209, 6818.
I'm glad she got that off her chest. Smoking scan guy. Yeah,
What's your
know.
phone number?
What is going on out there?
Yeah,
more people over to.
Adam 170,
And the
Adam
father
147,
is. The
Adam
father
170,
has a
Adam
baseball
147,
bat.
5301 Boulevard Place, 5301 Boulevard Place, a residential alarm.
Oh, that's mine. I got it.
129, thank you.
Honey, turn off the alarm. Honey, not again.
933 buff units.
Turn off the alarm. I don't know.
137 control.
Adam 159, Adam 159, 5550 East Fall Creek Parkway, 5550 East Fall Creek Parkway, a PD hit and run. They're in the parking lot of the Walmart neighborhood grocery.
159.
What are they wearing? What are they wearing? That
934.
thong? Are they wearing a thong?
Sorry, I'm testing you. How do you need Peterson?
What I tell you about? What I tell you about testing me? Don't even test me, dude.
We'll be out at 3938 Illinois Street on the stolen vehicle recovery.
Central 180.
I'm sorry, you have backgrounds at 3937 North Illinois.
80.
I have one viewer at Twitch. I think it's Mr. Twitch viewing me on Twitch, though.
180, 137 needs shell casings recovered 3000 Northwestern.
Hey, can I reload those? Is there sustainable shells where I can reload them?
Information only 6412 Bay Vista Core. Fire alarms are continuing to go off. IFD is en route. Postcard 0679 9400 North, 6300 East 935.
She sounds a little annoyed about the fire alarm. Yeah, fire alarm.
You're saying it is the commission number with that vehicle. Can you advise?
128.
I can advise. Just stay home. It's not worth it.
43 No, you good. She stopped me in the Dollar General and said she would cover this, so I'm just going to take it out.
These guys have a. These guys. This is a war. It's either that or we could log into the Ukrainian war.
Check welfare person 703 Ash Street.
I'm retapping the
Possible
tops,
location
the
via
treetops.
Google search. Checking on a mail at this location. Keeps calling a Greenwood nursing home administrator. He appears confused. He did confirm he lived on Ash
Oh my
and
God.
alone.
It's my
600
dad.
South 4580 East.
It's my fucking dad.
He's on the phone right now. 43.
48.
Beach Grove 43, Beach Grove 48, 935, disregard Beach Grove 41.
Call the garage and check. So we'll just wait.
Roger Dodger getting filled here on this massive cell limit bank. Hand placed.
Give the driver down here to PBT. If you want to ask him, does he want me to wait for him? Or he wants me to go
I'm
ahead
dizzy,
and do it
Miss
on
Lizzie.
camera?
Stand by.
Normally is the one, but transfer for 1934 Colleen Street. Received a call back from the homeowner, William Hill. Advised he accidentally hit the alarm. Did advise him we can't cancel. He'll have to notify his alarm company.
Okay.
Yep. Attention Southwest 53, possibly burglary of a residence in progress, 6603 Bertha Street. More to follow, 400 South, 6700 West. Attention Southwest 53, possibly burglary of a residence in progress, 6603 Bertha Street. More to follow, 400 South, 6700 West.
155.
Control, do you know the plate type for a Purple Heart plate?
Dave wants my friend just a moment. I'll back on. I got some notes in the room.
I'm not sure. Try OR. I'll look it up.
David 155937, David 124 in a minute. The complaint came home and someone is on the second floor of the home?
Dispatch, you still on the phone with the caller?
Yes.
Does she live with, or do they live with anyone else? And is there any reason someone else would be inside the house?
That is 473. Can you call me again? C266.
It says B. Victor F. Frank. B. Victor F. Frank.
Thank you.
Avenger 5708 West 8. Person West 18th Place, 18th Street.
190.
Units en route to 6603 Bertha Street. He no longer needs officers. It's his younger brother.
Simple. Charles Franklin telling me.
Franklin 70.
You actually start fire for a list of those.
Clear.
Southeast 12, Charles 129, 137, Charles Pearson, 3323 East Washington Street at the Wendy's, having problems with an employee.
129, 3500 Prospect.
137. English from Prospect.
Quad 76, go for 137. Lawrence 36. Control 141. Can we try one more call back?
I don't think anything happens if you play.
36.
I guess we'll find out.
128.
I'm requesting the street department at Glen Road and 56th Street on the south side of the street. And
How can you hit in the run, please?
excessive amount of glass needs to be cleaned up. That's a record.
Excessive amount of glass.
You request that, please, and advise me.
Oh,
Okay.
that is tough.
123, see the complainant,
hate
6179
that.
Charleston Avenue 41.
Fuck your tires up.
Adam 123, you clear.
Quad 23. 145, you're good to do the PBTs on cam.
940.
134. I'm clear.
123 out back office to check the form.
Clear 130.
Go ahead. Can you try one more time to call back our caller, please?
Clear.
10 for an adult female to the jail, mileage 22807, 518 following.
Okay.
At 160, bullets found, 1031 East 54th Street, Adam 42.
Control Frank 170.
Frank 170.
Total 141 and 130. The number just goes straight to voicemail.
160, are you? At 940.
36.
Clear.
Ma'am.
Street department is clear and en route.
Thank you. 160, I'll back on after this alarm.
I'm clear, thank you.
210 Southeast 71, Charles 144. Willow Drive. Cat
144, sorry, I can check it.
173, just 144.
Oh, jeez.
Attention Cumberland, Cumberland 4, Baker 141, Cumberland 4, Baker 141, secure an apartment 1318 East New York Street, apartment 4. Approximately 2 unknown male subjects outside caller's door. They have turned the door handle and attempted to come in. 300 North, 11,300 East. He's unsure if it's employees.
3 and 120 from.
416 is clear on that. We'll go 10-8 back on them.
Cumberland 4, Baker 120, 942, 10-9, Cumberland 6.
Disregard Baker unit, and I will go with Cumberland 4.
Disregard Baker 120, Cumberland 6 at 942. Caller does have mace in his pocket and a pocket knife. He is not being out.
Control Frank 125.
Frank 125.
Charles Cycle 22, can you copy a 28? Can you please call Garden Point Apartments 317-790-4949. See if they can let me in at my location. Or 520 Wyatt Young. 520 Wyatt Young.
West 11, burglary to residence, 533 West Walnut Street. Ex-boyfriend of Carlin Grafford, black male, drives a black Charger, no weapons knowledge, used a credit card to get the complaint's back door that sits on Sheffield. Advising that she has this on camera, but she's not there. It's a yellow-white residence on the corner. 200 West, 700 North, day 158, day 151, start for the run.
158.
151.
Okay, you were broken or the wind was in your mic. I copied 520 Rye Young. What was the rest?
Day 158, day 151, 943.
That's it. 520 Y Young, just 4 digits. Edward 50 Control Lieutenant.
944.
Adam 581.
Can you copy United States by the line? 131 check.
Go ahead.
Circle 22. It returns back to a 2017 Volkswagen Passat Silver to Crystal McDonald and Michael McDonald.
What's the expiration?
10-4, 2 white males got into a white box truck in a vacant lot next to this address, and they've been inside the back for about 20 minutes, and the complainant thought it was suspicious.
Illinois ID 3634 8889 353 E as in Edward.
7/21/2022.
155 as well.
Do you have the name?
Thank you.
Clear.
Last name Edwards, common spelling. First name Joseph. He's going to be the third, date of birth 12/12 of '89.
Okay.
119.
19. No initial page.
Wow, let's go to pull back.
Thank you.
Control Frank 125. I've got maintenance here taking care of me. Thanks.
Baker 126 and 370. Disturbance at 20.
158 the Chargers here. Oaks Park, those shut too.
Correction, 9262 Chambery Lane between neighbors.
I'll wait on you.
I'm clear. If we're sleep roll call now.
Dispatch units en route 7815 Blue Willow Drive. Request to cancel on callback. Proper passcode.
Black female braids and bun, white shirt, black sweatpants. Neighbor that's been causing a problem, possibly armed.
144 clear and 10-8. Thank you.
126. 945.
37.
And 945.
Traffic 40, you got a car coming up behind you. Good.
Control Adam 581. It comes back valid Illinois license.
It's going to be on a 2018 Harley Davidson. 1 Henry David, 1 King Robert Charles, 16 John Baker, 652343.
Perfect.
Negative 905. Clear. Can you try to run that out of Oklahoma? Clear.
Baker 138, 122 domestic disturbance. 6701 English. David 70.
Can you put me out at 230 Welcome Way, Bold West Drive, on a community event, please?
138.
122 Sherman, Michigan.
And 947.
Well, 119 is on file, negative. 10-4, thank you. 26, control.
Go ahead.
Put me out 5950 East 38th Street. Follow up.
And 948.
One thirty.
130.
1023 mileage 22810.
945.
I have him around back.
Edward 124.
119 in service.
119.
132 Trollwater Person, 515 South West Street, Holiday Inn, down on a black male dreads, thin build, cartoon character towel, over his tank top. He's trying to fight people.
124. 132.
Okay.
124, 132 at 950.
A superhero.
137 is right here.
Superhero got loose.
10-4.
Everybody look out.
27 Patrol is trying to mark in.
A superhero on the loose.
I'm in now. Disregard 132.
It's just an argument over property. I can advise HA.
8 North Illinois.
132, you're in service.
10-4.
Adam 149. 950.
I'm clear.
950.
Yeah.
Hmm. 142 disregard. Charles 145 at 950.
Control, Frank 170.
Go 147. Check it. 170.
On 70. Can you send me a record for the Cadillac Camaro? We're going to be just east of 16th and Lafayette, blocking the one top lane.
Clear.
Traffic 43, 145.
You can go ahead and I'll get them on our channel. They're right here.
Just if all drivers down here, blue .00 PBT, also on the run.
119, 133, suspicious person, 26032, Eagle View Court, apartment F, Frank. Callers advising that someone's knocking on his door and blocking the people.
I think we're out of them. 133.
Okay.
Baker 139, 135, residential break alarm 8710 East 41st Place.
39.
Units en route to the residential alarm at 8925 Stonegate Way, 1022 on callback.
To Baker 135.
I'm clear, sorry.
952.
952.
414 control.
414.
Can you please put me out at St. Vincent for a death investigation?
Clear.
Baker 140 and 130, both persons at Clifford Corners, 3101 East 10th Street. 3 or 4 males throwing trash, loitering. The property manager is calling.
140. 136.
And 953.
Marked on. He's behind the building, apparently.
What's that? I'm right behind you.
These cars start for an incomplete 911 from a landline 6501 Sunnyside Road.
68.
832.
68 and 832.
Clear.
No, they see Baker 143, Baker 154, Baker 143, Woodfire. Residential Bird, 405 North Keystone Avenue.
136.
Adam 16.
143. Roadside Parks.
Baker 86, Baker 143, 954, Baker.
1036, Charles.
Adam 136.
Go ahead.
Can you advise if Synovia Purvine's working victims assistance today?
Granddaughter and neighbor are arguing.
If he calls me out with the ID, and can you sign me up for running for Reinhardt and Fuller and put me a route there for check the welfare, please?
Cover it.
Both cars.
955.
If she is, can you ever call me? If not, just anyone from the office is fine.
10-4.
One 133 is on scene.
133.
Adam 170.
133 to control.
133.
One.
Baker 161.
Victim assistance copy at TX.
Yeah, it's, let me see, Bradbury and Walker on a quad. After reading the run, did the parties in the disturbance leave the area?
Control VA12.
Possibly one half of a disturbance left. We'll call back.
124, I'm just going to check in here at 410 South Missouri real quick, make sure he's not there.
Alright, I'm right up front.
Charles 128, Charles 141, a disturbance, 1051 Hurley Street. There's 10 people inside the vacant home arguing. They broke out the windows.
128 from Shelby Cottage. 1-4 from Bethel.
Adam 170. He was walking past. He said that it's still sitting out there. He's gone home now.
957.
410.
Control 2841. 2841, go ahead. For myself in 2842. Back on to AC 31, please.
111, 144. 133 tonight.
Clear.
Go ahead. 133. Can you bring that piece up here to Tallheimer and we'll take it to the property room? 10-4.
Control Baker 161.
2581, control 1041.
What?
Female has left. Complaint still wants to speak with an officer though.
81958.
I'm clear, we're en route.
Clear.
Baker 129, 152, trouble with a person, 7301 East 16th Street. There's a patient there is acting out, kicking door and throwing stuff.
119.
129 square.
152.
Control Frank, what's up?
959.
Go 170.
You start me a record for a private sale this time. Staying my card.
Clear.
126.
Can you copy 2 plates and put the information in my run, please?
10-4.
First one's on the Chevy Equinox is T as in Tom, M as in Mary, T as in Charles, 416.
Port of a fight, 2504 East 28th Street, 2504 East 28th Street, 5 to 6 people fighting, unknown weapons.
Number 2.
143. 158.
484, who's with you again?
2240, 1041.
The second one is a Florida temporary tag on a Chevy Cruze. K is in King, X is in X-ray, E is in Edward, 0119.
484, who's with you?
481. Adam 142, Adam 145, Adam 142, Adam 145, a business alarm. 3418 Schofield, 3418 Schofield, at New Haven Baptist Church.
32.
Corner 20.
Information only on the reckless vehicle, 38 in Massachusetts. Failed with dreads, older white Ford Escape with a temporary plate. Pulled out in front of the caller, made a U-turn. Suspect was last seen westbound from that location, not being followed. Information 1000 hours. Postcat 733.
Will you please mark me on pager only?
Clear. 10 to Southwest 11. 10 to Southwest 11.
BA 15 to control, 1041.
152 disregard. 152 is clear.
Vehicle 16th and Tibbs. It's a brown Ford Explorer, license plate 662, Edward Ida Marion, pass caller illegally southbound on Tibbs from 16th Street, 1600 North, 3400 West. Information only at 1001.
Control Adam 56.
Adam 56.
You put me on Invest 8603 Allisonville Road, please.
8603 Allisonville Road at 1002. Adam 123, Adam 141, Adam 123, Adam 141, trouble with a person, 7325 North Keystone. 7325 North Keystone at the Walmart.
123. 141, 71 Shaver.
1003.
Base 15.
$145 to 10A.
Clear, thank you.
Kitchen Northwest 82, Frank 124, 121, Business Farm 3459 West 86th Street. Disregard.
Edward 45 to 44.
Base 15.
Yeah, our cell phone's not getting reception. When you guys finish up, can you back up to me and assist me?
Are you wrong, Worth?
10-4.
So go ahead and mark myself 41 today. Go 40 on the back. It's on the 45, please.
Sir, you have the 10-9 that I was on TX.
Myself 41 to be 10-8 here. No report. Back is 485, please.
Okay.
Control 108.
Control VA 12.
Adam 158.
Can you do a callback for a better location? There's nobody out there.
Ma'am, I got your page, and I did make contact with the officer. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
$22.51 control and 1041.
Control 126.
Okay.
10:05.
I'm still working on the Florida plate. And you said that was a temporary?
It was a temporary tag.
Okay.
Take control.
2010.
10-7 follow-up, 632 West 29th Street.
I'm clear.
$147, I'm at the wrong address.
I'm clear. To the south.
The complaints can report flag somebody down on 28th Street.
Taskers Northwest Beat 23, Frank 177, Frank 156, Frank 177, Frank 156, violent domestic, 4060 Breton Street, male and female, physical, child witness and calling it in, 3100 North, 4100 West.
177, 30 Cold Spring.
Okay, I wonder where we're at, because I'm going right up and down the street.
Edward 45 control.
156 Lafayette Tips.
Quiet. Frank 177, Frank 156 at 1006.
Well, just sit tight. Just stop wherever you are. She's coming out. She sees you.
Can you actually make my location 2920 West Morris?
Okay.
Kitchen Northwest 31, Frank 178, 139, Business Alarm 5106 West 38th Street, Ebenezer Grocery Store.
3M Frank 143. 178.
139 disregard, 178 and 143 at 1007. Control Frank 128.
And do a callback.
Clear. Item 170, item 140, item 170. Buffer ticket for person 2520 Tacoma Circle. Permit 206. Female screaming for officers to come out. She mentioned the church next door, the Edward Confessor Angelic Church, and then no further was given. 640 North, 2500 East.
140.
Item 140, item 170, 1008.
Control. Okay. You put me out of traffic. I'm going to be at Brookville 465, just behind McDonald's. On plate number Tom Sam Queen 360.
Control item 115.
Item 115.
Regarding Walmart, can you have one of the callers meet us out here? They said that they haven't been asked to leave. I just want to make sure they want them to leave.
10-4.
Clear 465 in Brookville behind McDonald's. 1009.
Your complaint's coming out at 115.
One, 3-3 to control, 1-7 traffic.
Good.
Seven, Roosevelt and Roosevelt and Bloyd, a PD hit and run.
And state just west of the church lot. T-Tom, P-Paul, Z-Zebra, V07 on a Malibu red.
One 178, your 10. Control default.
At 157, at 157, theft. 7721 Battery Point Way, 7721 Battery Point Way. Complainant is requesting the officer to come to location for the report instead of the phone.
Clear. Looking at 10-8, 10-10.
157.
At 1010.
Before you do you have a car with you?
Negative. I see the registered owner has a warrant, but I'm trying to confirm if this driver is him or not.
Clear. Is there another car that can start for 465 in Brookville Road behind the cones?
144.
144, no rush. I'm just trying to confirm some stuff.
Eskenazi 455.
Can you sign me out 720 Eskenazi Avenue on a disturbance and copy of 27 for my run? I've got a DLA number to give you.
Attention cars information on a reckless driver. Second-hand information from Johnson. 37, then went westbound on Southport. Was a gray truck with a partial plate at 8 Adam B. Boy 667. Information at 1013.
I can copy. Go ahead.
Church House 145. Can you go to 2?
45 on Q.
Number is going to be 5310441944. Should come back to a black female, DOB 714.
Reference your earlier run on Check the Welfare at 144 East Southport Road. The complainant's wanting to speak to an officer. Northwest is asking if you would give them a call back.
I spoke to the husband. She resigned. She has nothing to do with that business anymore. If you want to send me my number, I'll call her back shortly.
143.
I'm clear. They're suspicious of the information that the husband gave you.
Call back. Yeah, my complaint, meet me at the counter.
Clear.
Just send me the number. Thank you.
133, return on your plate.
Returns to a Kiera
Charles 133.
8018 50th Street.
Traffic for 133.
Did you need your return?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
The J3, I'll be en route to the CJC shortly.
Okay.
B13, Baker 143, Baker 140, Baker 143, 140, residential alarm 1339 North Parker Avenue.
143. 11 Parker. 140.
Gate's clear.
Baker 143, Baker 11, check. Baker 140, 1015.
1015.
Southeast 51 Trust 145 and 142. Suspicious people. Stop 11 in Madison at CVS. Two white males are standing on the bench harassing customers. The caller believes that they're going to try to rob somebody.
Station archives information on this time, North District 52 report of a traffic hazard, 86 and Meridian, 86 and Meridian, northbound lines on Meridian between 86 and 96. 4 pieces of sheet metal sticking up in the lane, possibly fell off of a truck. DPW is clear.
145.
142.
Trust 145 and 142 1016.
158, can I have ED, please? Photos. Franklin left control.
480 control, there, quick. Quick one, look.
482.
Trevor 128.
I'm clear. Okay, this is going to be Ruben. You, send that warrant for me, please?
1016.
3, one for the Toyota Highlander, the black Mercedes, and gray 1967 Dodge. All three go to auto returns.
Clear.
At 143.
Can you mark me 10-8, put me on that 32-34 Quincy run?
1017.
Control Frank 111.
3034 North Webster, apartment 2B Boy.
Sir, all those 3 vehicles, are they all at 62nd and Georgetown?
Yes, everything else drove away.
Clear, sir.
129. The complaint is on this run.
At 1017.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
140 or 1080, sir? Yeah, I'm not familiar. Okay, thank you.
Is that Wayne Hall's boyfriend over there in Del Prado? I'll check him away.
Are you close? I'm not far away.
County line 31 right now.
I'll take care of it.
Hot oatmeal burning the collar. Suspect is still across the street, 2150 north, 1 east.
167, 16th and Central.
137 control.
136, 30th, and AJB.
144, standby for TF.
Adam 167, Adam 136 at 1018.
Baker 137.
Simple.
Disregard with your cars on Webster. I already backed up to us.
152 is down.
I'm Baker 152, Baker 129. You're going to be 10-8, 1019.
129, thanks.
Incomplete call coming from the area 550 Fairfield, 550 Fairfield.
Oh, car 14 calls.
1019. Adam 142, Adam 145, Adam 142, Adam 145. Report of a disturbance with a weapon. 3448 Kinnear, 3448 Kinnear. Male versus ex-girlfriend. She threatened to complain with a gun.
143, I'll go.
Adam 142, Adam 143 at 1020, Adam 145 disregard.
Control 148.
148.
Charles 145 is going to call the people.
I'm clear. Let's change the address to Southeast address and send it to him.
Clear. He just had me associate to his old run and then close the run.
Works for me. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
$185 new answer on callback.
Thank you. I'll pull it up.
Frank 121. Copy of that from vehicle 9140 Michigan Road.
121.
1021.
Control 143, disregard callback.
Baker 129, 154, disturbance between neighbors, 3121 Leslie.
Both units are clear.
At 1022.
Control 128.
Go ahead.
Clear.
Reference is running. Was the complaint here, or he just wanted me to check? I'm sorry if I missed that.
No, he's there. He's going to be looking for you.
Clear.
If you're not locating him, I can call him.
Yeah, I'm in the parking lot. I'm not locating him. I found him.
Clear, I'll disregard.
Say for EMS that they're staging.
10-4.
Or 6 that you can close this out and report.
Okay. Northeast B13, Baker 143, Baker 140, Baker 143, 140, residential alarm, 1339 North Parker Avenue.
Control 138. Dispatch 143. I just left there. 10 members are on scene. They're having problems getting the alarm turned off.
Disregard everybody, I'm clear.
Go ahead with plate.
Baker 138, 121, assist DCS Short Ridge and Taos. They'll be standing by in orange Hyundai Kona. Reference A.
Temporary plate 80225 King 5. Should be on a red Saturn view.
Location on Taos they need to go to for an investigation.
13.
121.
At 1024.
She's going to come meet you down.
Control 2013, show me 10-8, please.
2013 at 1025.
Kitchen Northwest 11, Frank 151, runway report 1575 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Street at the Firefly Children's Facility.
Heartbeat 31, David 123, David 131, trouble with a person, 13 Beachway Drive.
Top ran away around 8:30 this morning, 1025. 123.
13 is 1025. This is secondhand information at the restaurant there. There's a male refusing to leave the kitchen. No further.
$137, you're 10-8, sir.
Okay, I'm clear, thank you.
That's 171, within check 821 East Hannah Avenue.
$119 on traffic.
One 2800 high school run.
Patrol Name Spanish speaking officer, this is Adam Patrol 22 at 2912 East 34th Street, 2912 East 34th Street.
Control.
127.
Control, what was that last run? Call the complainant. Find out which door they're going to be at. There's several here at Diamond Chain.
Adam Patrol needs a Spanish speaking officer, assist them at 2912 East 34th Street.
Your plate.
Okay, that's fine.
Of course.
Yeah, there's construction workers working on the house. I'll deal with it.
Interesting control. 29154. If you guys aren't close, you can disregard.
Go ahead.
I'm currently on a run, but if he wants to TX me, I'd be more than happy to help him over the phone.
10-4.
Can you see? I'm on the car. Can you see? I find a white female, last name Waters, first name Betty. She's probably in between 50 to 60 years old, maybe.
10-4 looks.
Watch out, Charlie's waving me down.
$148, your service.
One for it.
Adam 168. This wreck actually occurred on I-65 in town. Is there a trooper available that can take the H&R?
Yeah, let me check that.
Control 133.
No, it's gonna be a house.
Can you take a VIN in the lobby?
10-4.
Adam 167, what kind of vehicle is it?
Come closer to you, or I can pick it up for you.
Control Adam 168.
Baker 139 and 370, and incomplete call 7832 Brookfield Court.
Adam 168.
GPS location on phase 2 cell. No answer, callback.
And where are you at Washington College? Are you at a park here?
901 at 1030.
At 1031.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still at 2705 Lloyd. I just reset the location. Just without ISP, I'll take care of it.
10-4.
MT13, can you go to 2?
So far, I got a vehicle refusing to stop. Maroon Hyundai THO 732. I'll be eastbound on, I think this is 46th Street from Keystone.
5581 North Keystone, 5581 North Keystone.
35, why are you chasing him?
Yeah, she said she was arrested or put in shackles. She wouldn't give me a date, but so 170.
1031.
33. Going to continue eastbound on 62nd from Holly.
No, not yet, because she's calmed down a little bit, so, but I'm trying to see if I can't sweet talk her a little bit more, so.
133.
I got you. Okay, I'll send you what I found.
Okay, so you're going to pursue him. Are you in vehicle pursuit, sir?
That's Ben check around Lafayette. Does it need to be closed? Terminate the pursuit.
Okay, pursuit has been terminated. Negative. He wasn't here, so I put it back on the screen.
Clear.
Adam 133, Adam 156, Adam 133, Adam 156, 8110 North Shaylin, 8110 North Shaylin, disturbance.
Corner 14 to 1023.
Stand by, ma'am.
I am.
Adam 133 clear.
He's not.
Yeah, mark out the reference the email there, Fuller and Reinhardt.
He is.
Everett 122, sorry for a PI accident, 900 East 10th Street.
I told him she was a peach.
133.
Do you know anything else about her?
Yeah, she.
123.
At 1032.
Okay.
143. Go ahead.
I need a district detective to give me a call.
Okay. Control Adam 133.
Could you please mark me 1023?
At 1033.
Go ahead.
Control the district detective on the air.
Adam 25.
Adam 125, Adam 143 is requesting district detective to call him.
I'm clear. Can you have them call 6137?
This is to Baker 139, you can 1022, it's medical.
Doing it now.
139 is clear.
133.
Can you please put me on a follow-up at 2005 East 30th Street?
Clear.
42 control.
Good. 133.
I'm sorry, I have background. Did I mess up? Was that warrant confirmed or are we still waiting?
Adam 133.
Still waiting. I'm sorry, I'm in the store. I can't get out. Were you hitting for me?
Affirmative 8150, check 8110 North Shaylin. Report of a disturbance.
Okay. Control David 131. Can you copy one for me? Unconfirmed black male. First name is Mohammed, Mohamed. Last name is Mohammed, spelled the same way. Date of birth is 2/9/2000. He stated he did not have a gun. Kept rambling, wouldn't answer my questions. Disconnected.
Hey, Adam, C. Charles, 1 C. Charles, U Union, 509610. Should come back on the 2012 Monday.
Clear.
The title's out of Arizona, if that makes a difference.
Control 171 again, please.
171.
131, he's confirmed negative on an ID card for an infraction.
Okay, I'm clear.
Adam 145136 PI hitting 138 in College Avenue 32 EMS en route.
Report pending over the limit from PAO 7627 Island Club Drive.
Not near my car. It's out of Indiana. It's a 2015. The make says United on the title. Event 56 John. Tom Edward 282. 7 Frank Adam 39.
The last year is 897.
145, 40 Meridian.
Yes, 897.
Okay.
1036 136 disregard.
32 information only. Hit and run accident. Black Jeep, license 248 David Lincoln Baker. Last seen southbound on College. Information 829.
Correct. 143 disregard.
901 is negative.
Vehicle pending over the limit from PAO 7150 Hatteras Lane.
47161 disturbance. 4463 North Kenmore. That versus a male at the group home.
1036. 143, be advised, they were expecting a call from PAO, so I'm not sure if they're actually at this location.
Refuse to stop. Did you copy that plate number by chance?
7 Baker 161 at 1037.
Bye.
136, copy plate.
Go ahead.
560 Tom Edward. It's X-ray. 1013, sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
How about trying my stellar? I don't have a date of birth yet, but how about my stellar?
1040.
78, no information accident, 38th and Eagle Creek Parkway.
I know what that is.
901.
Are you do? I'm 10-8 from this run. This crash. Go ahead and put me on that one.
THO 732 is what I copied.
Attention Southwest 71 information only. Reckless vehicle hurting. West Thompson Road. Black male white SUV 4-door. Temporary plate. Running red lights. Swerving all over the road.
Correct. 178 disregards. 132. 1038.
Coming back, no record, not on file.
136 is negative, active on a 2005 Ford Escape Silver to Adriano Perez, 6039 Lakeside Manor.
Information run.
Good morning.
50 Northwest 41. Information only. Illegally parked vehicles. Country Creek Drive and Country Creek Circle. 2 long box trucks parked on the street. No further information only.
And small car drive by, being driven by a black female, drives around the parking lot and moves again. It's apparently an ongoing issue.
2139.
119.
174 shall be one Emerson.
139, 174, 1039.
Jonah Cochran, 225, Shoshone Drive in Carmel.
Heartbeat 31, David 149, David 155, a residential alarm, 5860 West Vermont.
Mike 18.
155 High School Morris.
13's at 1039.
Mike 15, Mike 14, out at White River State Park on a naked guy stuck out.
Okay, a lot of Mike. You said River State Park. Where else?
Control 143, can we get an ET for pictures? White River State Park and start counting over here.
Heartbeat 53, David 124, David 142, secure residence, 7204 West Washington Street.
David 144.
David 142.
Bookings at 1040. This was called in by citizens to Energy Dispatch. Possible vacant residence on the corner. The back door's been taken off the hinges. The window's busted out, and they can hear people inside.
148 City, one switch runs.
Another location at Red River State Park for Capitol Police.
That'll work.
Right here on the grass plaza by the bridge over there.
Control, can you make that happen, please?
10-4.
16 hour going out to the Vita parking lot.
And what do you have?
A naked guy.
Fire, and they're getting them started.
10-4, thank you.
Dispatch to units reference 38th and Eagle Creek Parkway. The caller of the gray Nissan called, advised she's injured. EMS is en route. She quit responding.
Plaid button shirt, blue jeans, refusing to leave his entrance.
No jeans required.
Beach Street for follow-up.
242.
Can you disregard one of those?
Homecroft 26 and shows 145, incomplete call, 6602 Shelby Court, 911, phase 2.
152 at 1042, farthest may disregard.
129 down.
Okay. 154, you may disregard.
145 continue away.
1042.
Homecroft 26, can you repeat that, please?
It's an incomplete call at 6602 Shelby Court.
10-4, being route for Beach Grove.
Control 2010 tonight.
2010 at 1042.
Southeast B62, information IFDs en route to 465 in Shadeland. The bottom of the exit ramp to Shadeland, they're en route to a grass fire. State police have been notified. Information at 1043.
You interrupted. Incomplete call 6602 Shelby Court. Calling call back. It's an EMS run. EMS en route. Confirm no police needed.
Charles.
You said that was just minor injuries?
Oh, Route 26 is clear.
1044.
Yes, very minor complaint of pain on her side in the grading front. That's it.
You disregard medic. Curtis does not need any assistance, and he is not in any kind of medical need.
Oh, okay.
Then 643 Hidden Valley Lane. Car advises there's squatters inside the residence, and they have a chain on the door, and they cannot get into the residence. Caller is the property manager for the rental company.
Control Edward 113. 131 Edward Ark.
Edward 113.
173 and 131 1044.
144 control.
Message reference a phone call reference yesterday's accident.
Ma'am, can you find out if we have any traffic units that can block traffic at College in 10th Street? Everything is going eastbound until DPW can get here, because all the eastbound traffic from Bellefontaine, 10th Street is going to be blocked for a while until they can get the light back up. It's crossing the street.
Clear.
11 possible overdose, 1403 North Concord Street, 1400 North, 3000 West. Stand by for further.
Traffic 11 and traffic Go. Can you help with that?
Okay,
Put traffic 12 and 14 on it.
Clear.
David 158, David 151, 1045.
Stand by, we're calling over.
Possible fentanyl and shots. CPR has been started. EMS is en route.
Southeast 32, Charles 125 and 17, residential alarm, 315 Carson Avenue.
International.
Control 2051.
2051.
Can you change my location to the 3100 block of Browse?
171 at 1045. The drop glass break detector, first bedroom glass.
This is Northwest 11, Frank 170 and 139.
5 and 370, trouble with a person 38 and post at the Family Dollar.
151 move D. Comes vodka, videos, give me there.
170.
39.
Employee called the stated subject was stealing, fighting with other manager.
No worries. I'm right here at 16th in the Concord. I'll wait.
Blue cars.
7139 at 1046.
At 1046.
1503 North Concord Street, 1400 North, 3100 West. Stand by for further.
144.
Thank you. Southeast 42, Charles 174 and 142. Residential alarm 5058, run Cherry Way.
170 call, check the bus.
174, 1046, Gang residence, front door.
133 is on traffic, 24 for Parkwood. 156, control.
Go ahead.
There's a comment in the room for an ET for pics. We do not need an ET or pictures.
Okay, she made a typo. You tell him I'm here.
10-4.
Yeah, I'm at the front door.
Jesus. The government shut me down. They found out I was restreaming their... I got the SWAT team at the door. Please hold. SWAT team just pulled up. Give me a minute. NASDAQ's dead. Waiting to get filled on these limits. 5-minute chart. NASDAQ. 15. .30-minute chart. So I'm building these single drops here. NASDAQ only. Get up to like 3,000. It says 30, but it means 3,000 inside the code. It's going to see 3,000 on that one. So watch out for that one. Could be set at 3,000. Because these work in other markets too. I just made this one up. This is my greedy ticket of the day award. I think this is $50 to make $100. Easily, right? Let's see. It's $10 handles. That's right, 50 to make 100. 20 to make 20 for 2 hours. I place those up here maybe. Might want to make those like 30 minutes in this market. I've already got all this exposure here, so I put a stack of my longest expiration here to walk away from is 4 hours. So if I start putting outlandish tickets up here, market's got to come spike that, never go any higher, rip down, so the market does do that. You could have done that trade today, actually. You need to identify the pivots and then the psycho super deep price. Always go super deep. Did not make it back to this though. I'm sure all the order block traders are disappointed in that. But you take what you can get. The other supply zone was the Lonely Wick entry, which I subscribe to, the Lonely Wick theory. Ultimate supply zone. 30-minute NASDAQ. And once again, we drift up into nonsense prices that make no sense to anybody for any fucking reason. Actually, you could say it made it to the floor. It made it to the hard pivot on close on the 30-minute right to here. Did it not? Okay, so that's your smart money entrance right there. Tis it not? Anywhere up in here. Into the floor above the Lonely Wick. This is the creek, so to speak. Where's accumulation in NASDAQ today on the half hour? Under the floor of yesterday, accumulation. Then an amazing rip back. I don't think a lot of people are expecting that. So this overshoot is caused by the psycho fill here. The response to that is crush the Lonely Wick inside this fractal. And I was putting limits in while this was happening, because the only way to trade this is really to hold these orders in front of the market and drop them as need be. So the expiration on this might be 15 minutes. I'd put it right here. So if you don't mind dropping stuff to make, dropping for dollars, so to speak. But don't put a daily expiration here and think that they're not going to take it down there and fill you. So I'm kind of counting on getting filled right now. But the market's kind of calm. It's dried up. But you know what? It could still rip down. But I would say so far today, this auction's already occurred. This is taking out the low of the last 4 hours. The last So if you don't attach anything as far as other than auction theory to this price action, try to divorce yourself from trend lines and stuff. It really comes down to the simple fact that this is like a 3-hour low. It's also the accumulation under the floor zone. So anybody that could get that price again would have got it. They would want that, right? Now, if you're clever enough to really load the wagon up from, or just in this notch here, and I think it actually bottom tick bettied another hour back. So you get this clearinghouse. And you got this clearinghouse slotted, but I think the spread might be a little too wide for you to capture that. The spread is $1.12. And what's left for the day is not too much, I suppose. I'll put in some 2-hour buy limits here, maybe. Coming back to the starting gate again. Have you ever seen it come back to the starting gate? We could have sold up here, I suppose. There's a million trades we could have done. We could put a sell limit straight on this floor, ricochet off this pivot earlier. Now you're on the 15. It's insane. You have to really have some big, deep. You need to have deep tickets and shallow tickets and every kind of tickets. This needs to be a risk 100 to make 200. Risk 100 to make 200 on a 1K. You would have made it today. You would have made that today. Simply by placing your order up here in the obviously, painfully obvious top tick Tommy supply zone. Up here. Right? Have we all seen this ever before? That the market comes back into this range. So you could sell into that. You could have scalped out into the really kind of conservative exit where the buyers are supposed to be coming in at the last known high. Asia. So did they come in? Not too much. So when I was looking at this vacuum here, there are pretty high drama vacuums on this. I've never traded NASDAQ, but Jesus Christ, look at this stuff. Look at this drama. Under this, and it's like you think they can't take it down here. Straight down. So I kept dropping these tickets out in front of it. Now, sadly, I'm not long on these tickets because I had to scalp out to here to save the account, as I went all in. So when it came back to this structure on the 5, now it looks to me like, well, the selling pool is going to be for the rest of the day. If we poke up in here, drift up in here, I'll take all these scalps, so to speak. Now, expiration here is 2 hours, 4 hours in this basket of tickets drifting up in here, and you just kind of have to you don't have to trade that, but it makes sense that we could come back up here and it's going to look like a failure swing maybe. How much momentum do you have left at this time of day? This is a 30-minute view of that same trade plan. You're just going to re-wick the wick on the hour. Okay, so if you don't like it, if you get nervous, just take this closed ticket and start plucking off the closer. So maybe you're just going to sell half of that wick. If it starts to really rip north here on the close of the day, so far today, we've had the beat down into the bowels of this very deep vacuum that goes back 3 days in NASDAQ. You could have shorted into the floor here. You could have actually picked some. Your hedge bots would have won like crazy here because they would have just glommed onto this very quiet session and just gone for good ratios and made a lot of money in a burst. So the winning strategy there was, and it typically is a good time to put on a hedge, is right there. Here it didn't make too much money, but in the end, I guess you could say it finally. But then they whipsawed it here, where the supply and demand traders had their limits up in this pocket. But you would have waited at least till today to get filled on this vacuum strategy, I guess I call it. Lack of a better term. You could have either scalped to this high probability exit where your first buys started. And, right? Wouldn't that be and then you'd be out. Or you re-racked. So or you had sell limits up here, looking for that glorious supply feed. It didn't have anything to do with anything other than inventory pressure because of the big giant vault of disparity, the people with the super deep pockets. So there's people with different kind of width stops trading around you, doing all sorts of crazy things, I suppose, like this trade here. That I didn't want that color. Just trying to come up with something a little more unique for that. Hot pink. That's my girlfriend's drawer. So this giant vault here, I'm sure that some big boys went psycho long starting here, and when they got to here, they got out. Or they got to here. They got on the first dip into the hot pink. And they took that off the table there. So you can see kind of the revolving door about it. Why pivots, I suppose. I don't think floor pivots really work. I think just structure pivot. I mean, I think that if I switch to the 4-hour chart now, you're going to be like, well, holy shit, that trade plan looks kind of like, not a lot of high frequency trade. So here you have to commit to buying. That same strategy is going to cost you a lot more money here on this time frame. If you decide to buy this, I mean, that doesn't make a lot of money. Even if you just get out of the top of that box, if you gobble up all this liquidity here, same thing if you just started buying right here, like you just look how many retaps are in that. It's stupid. So right now, I say put sell limits in there, like I did on this demo. I don't know what's going to happen here. They're coming after me now. So what I'm saying is, if I go like a bullfighter and run this out in front, this is my blanket, so to speak. 2 hours, walk away. Nothing you do is going to change that trade. I did pluck off these because I felt like, they're going to overfill me. So I'm going to take these guys off. I think I just filled on one ticket now. So I'm only up on one ticket. My exposure for sell here is pretty high. A 2-hour expiration, hand drop, so this is as good as it gets for precision per drop. You got $5 or $50? You got $50 here. I'll put you up for a break even here. You're asking the market to get up there in 4 hours. I don't think it's going to make it, even if we're on the 4-hour chart. So the 1-hour chart looks like that's a distant dream. Maybe tomorrow. So what kind of scalp can we get going here? Let's take this $6. Let's take another ticket and risk $50. So we're going to risk $30 to make $20 here. literally. And I mean that literally. So these are literally those tickets for 2 hours is what you're saying. These are all your own. This is your own, what do they call it? Depth of market. This is all your tickets. And we're just kind of drifting sideways. Looks likely on the 15 we could just stab up there, but we had to stab up in there. So it's like what's the probability, you know? You look at the 5 minute, you're like, Jesus. So on the 5 minute, it looks almost impossible, but look at this. This looks impossible. I thought this was impossible earlier. I don't know if you saw this pullback. So if you had marked off your supply zones on the 5 minute, you know, the obvious place to start buying would be here. But my God, you know, did you really think that they could come back all the way to here? That's incredible. I would have never guessed that. But the overshoots are going to be just mind-blowing coming out of this regime. You know, the world's coming apart, you know. It just is. Guys got the lottery. You got a better luck at the lottery than signing up for the... Okay. So, where's the next sell zone? This is... if you're going to sit back... Wait 2 hours. Where's the next scalp? Let's put a break even here. 2 hours. It's $20 to make $20. If they don't stop me out, is this a good trade? Well, it's just a dollar risk, but it's scratch and win. Here, risk $30 to make $20 if we nested into the supply zone here. So it's kind of like you got to have a little bit more precision drops. You got to be buying this supply zone for 2 hours in here. So you're going to commit to this slot of price in here now. You need a commitment color. What is that going to be? Rosy brown. Yeah, we like that. And it's like, all right, so we're risking about that. Just tally up your risk of the day here. Is another 20 to make 20, break even. Here's 50 to make $50. So the bigger the risk, I think the longer the ticket should last naturally. So if you want to write a 12-hour ticket here, you probably want to put a $200 stop on it because, you know, like think about it, right? And the scalps, you want to make 15-minute scalps. So if you're doing this trade, you may think, oh, I'll just put this up here, you know. Okay. If you want to make the expiration on this last for a day, then, sure, I guess. But they might blow through your 10 pip stop. You might have just not got it perfect. So I'd go with at least a 50 pip stop to make 80 pips and make this thing last all day. Make this last for 12 hours, modify it, put in whatever you need. Okay, we're going to catch a falling knife here on close. I'm going to start putting 2 hour buy limits in. Never underestimate the ability for the market to crush down into your order bank. Never underestimate the ability for the market to crush into your order bank. And if you're up on a trade, you just get out. Oh, shit. Really? Okay. It says I'm streaming. Maybe I didn't. Really, you can't hear me? Okay. I don't know. I guess I'm just talking for my own self anyways, most of the time. Thanks for making me feel lonely. Huh. We're muted. Inside Discord? Well, here, I'll turn it on. How's that? I don't know. Did I hit my mute key? I can never tell.
Hey, Simple, how are you, man?
Oh, all right, man. What's going on? How's it going there?
I can't even tell you how much underwater I am on the Euro USD and the Bitcoin, because you'll cry.
Euro USD? Oh, the Bitcoin.
Man.
Is it
I
Bitcoin
bought all the way
floor?
down to the 1997 lows. I think I have orders all the way down, man. It's crazy.
Oh, Bitcoin's retesting that.
Hey, Simple, how are you, man? Oh, hang on. Let me turn it off. Hang on. Jeez, I got the delay effect on the computer.
You're high tech.
Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
It's all technology. You know, I just found out they have internet on computers now, like Homer Simpson did. So, like, what?
Yeah, I went to Restream, and then you could actually stream from Restream in your browser.
Okay.
That's
wow.
amazing. Yeah, I got OBS, but I was amazed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm messing around with these drops. I'm writing big, giant drops on this. Boy, it's a pretty deep market. You know, you can make $20 or $300. Your scripts need to be so deep. See, the problem with NASDAQ, the reason why it makes money in that robot, it's such a dynamic market that there's people that are making, you know, $30 and people that are making $3,000 all in the same day.
Sure.
All around each other.
Well, you know, it's trades thinly. When I look at it I was using even just a few years back. I think I was trying out the multi-chart or something. Their dome is so wackadoodle on the NASDAQ, and I'm not even quite sure whether or not even the Thinkorswim is showing you the proper Globex ladder. I don't believe any of these guys are even real anymore.
You just got to put your own ladder in.
Yeah, you got to put your ladder with the paint and the fish.
So you have depth of tickets, you know.
Well,
I call it depth of ticket.
All you're doing is you're interlacing your orders just like the market makers do, man.
Well, I mean, I haven't written any 15-minute
you figured it out, but no one's
expirations,
figured out that you figured it out. It's beautiful.
Well, the
Sorry,
15-minute expirations, I would say even those need to be hand-dropped inside of NASDAQ, to be honest with you. If you know in market structure, look, if you can imagine a retest, so if you can imagine a retest before it happens, you could probably trade on limits, you know, like this. But yeah, certainly the amount of money in a swing trade. Yeah. Oh, geez. I mean, like I said, when I started trading forex, if I could find the chart, look at the dollar yen. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, dollar yen. It's going down for 5 years. I bought into the last 3 years of the. It went down 3 more years. I bought into it on a forex platform out of IBFX out of Texas.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was. It was hilarious. It was just. I was like, I was driving my car, and I was buying $100 positions as it dropped. I thought I was gonna be the master swing trader on this thing, and I just kept on having to add to the account, and I lost about $2,000 just over 2 months buying 100. I mean, this is a nano account, for God's sakes.
Sure.
But if you look at the chart, you would have to argue if you're contrarian, you're in it. And there was a guy that I met inside of FX Street. He was in this room where he did analysis. He was an ex-floor trader or something. And he had this ball system, you know, with this algorithm, kind of like Vinny has, you know, the lights, and it's like an arcade game.
Yeah.
And the Christmas tree lights up, you pull the trigger. And he was in the same trade I was in.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I was buying this dollar yen, and he lost his ass. Most people did. I mean, if you were a contrarian I just happened to walk into Forex. That was my first time seeing all the charts. And I said all the charts, the dollar yen was like mind-blowing. You just have to look at it. I don't know if I have that much data on my system. I'd have to bring up a broker that goes way back. But yeah, that was like, and then it started to retrace, and it never looked back.
Right.
I mean, just mind-blowing destruction of the yen, so to speak. But the yen was kicking our ass for a while because they perfected printing. I don't know what it was. It was the carry trade. They called it the carry trade, and people just keep on rolling.
Listen.
It was the carry trade till it wasn't.
Yeah, well, this is what I was about to say. You took the words right out of my mouth, man. It really was a carry trade until something happened.
Yeah,
maybe
someone
had to get paid off.
They unraveled it. You know, they had yeah, and then everybody's like,
someone
"What the fuck
take out
happened?"
the president.
Better turn on your bullish algorithms now. I mean, that whole thing was like almost a gimme trade. It was a swap situation, and the swaps were.
It was probably, you know what?
Instead of forex were making that happen. See,
Right.
it was about the Wednesday swap. It had nothing to do with like your trend line analysis. It was
no. It's stuff going on behind the scenes. I agree with you completely. Like if you watch London closing from 11 till 11:30, just about. I think that's the way they close for when they're closing their their NASDAQ trades. What I believe is happening, because I've seen, I always watch. I don't trade all the time, but I'm always watching. Get to know the wildebeest. If you notice, let's say they were pretty much looking to go short all night, as an example. So between 11 and 11:30, when they want to get out of the trades, New York steps in and they just put in all their buy algos, and they just they're trying not to let them get out of their trades. They're jamming them. So I've noticed that many times, whether it's the E-mini, NASDAQ. As soon as London has to close, New York is just fucking raping them. Excuse the French.
Europe's closing now. It's going to be 11:30.
Go back to 11 o'clock and
minutes.
see. Look at that jump. Look at the New York took over and just rammed it down their ass. Or down their throat.
That was the opening of the stock market up there. Stock market open. They hit that supply window. Bye-bye. Done. That's all.
Well, I'm going to be getting out of this trade. I was in because I don't know the density yet. I'm still trying to figure out this stupid trading view, and so I bought. I think I bought 10,000s or 100,000s. I got confused. I can't see that well.
I loaded the wagon on this British pound.
I loaded it up 6,250,000 worth of Euro USD. So I was down 20 grand this morning when I woke up. I'm like, well,
as long as you can handle it. I mean, it's the obvious.
I can. Listen,
it's the most obvious.
I can handle it because I knew it was going to come out. It had to come out of it. There's too many reports coming out.
Well, you're up against the floor of last week now. Right now,
Correct.
the euro's about to take out the high of the day. It's just going to come screaming.
Yeah,
it's going to come
for sure.
out.
I'm only down 5K, so I could live with it. So now, how far do you go on a trade like this? Me personally, let me get the hell out of this trade as soon as I possibly can.
I would hold this for another 100 pips till you take out the high of what is that?
Okay.
This week. You're coming up on the floor, so you got at least 30 pips to go before I would get out. I get out just above the round number. That's like the floor on closing prices from.
I'm out at
right
101.
Right now, you're only about 8 pips from the floor of.
Yeah, and my target's I'm literally in.
Week.
I'm only down about 5. Yeah,
So
I'm literally 30 pips.
On the 4 hour, you're about to take out the high, but you see that wick from last week on the 4 hour? You're just about to touch that. You're probably engulfed by about 20 pips here, 25.
Okay.
I'd say 25 more pips into the closing of 4 p.m. That's
Fair
going to be
enough.
screaming back now, at least to the round number. I would say I would.
Okay.
My cash outs are already predetermined up in there, not because of the structure, just because I pulled the trigger on the 100 pip winners this morning.
Right.
So it's Tuesday, and you're crushing into the floor. Not to say that you couldn't get a lower thing on Wednesday, but let's face it, it's a little oversold.
Okay.
Due for a retrace, maybe.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a heavy hitter, you're holding this for the next 200 pips because you got to come back to the floor of the bottom of the year. Dare I say?
Okay.
It took out the low of the year. It took out a 20-year low. So if it comes back to the floor, that's I'm sure that the bankers are holding till it gets to 200. They could dump that. I mean, that's the
Sure.
obvious. Let me see. I'll turn this thing on here.
I'm going to take 30 pips. That's about it for me. I don't want to do this trade ever again until I've got the proper scripts and everything lined up.
Well, did you move your targets up, or you just have your targets in your mind?
No, I can move them up and down. I can do whatever I want. But remember, I'm not putting targets on every ticket because I don't know how to do it with this stupid system here. Got to get the MT4. I'm waiting for these guys to put everything together for me. So
here, let me see if I can.
I'm buying edges and ledges just like you are, but I don't have the granularity.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
See if my buddy.
Wow. All right.
Okay, I'm only down. Yeah, I'm almost even. I'm even.
Wow.
Beautiful. I'll wait 30 pips on this. You know, it's a new instrument, so it's a new animal. You got to figure out what does she like to be taken out on Wednesdays or Thursdays, like when it's like a new girlfriend. You have no idea.
I mean, structure-wise, take a look at the 1 hour euro dollar right now. So you're crushing back in. Now you're right at the floor. A lot of people are bailing right now because you're touching the that low from last week.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll try to get this screen up here for you. Yeah, so I'm going to put the screen on Discord there. Yeah, so a lot of people are cashing out right here. I don't blame them. This is the seller's window here, this top tick Tommy. You just took out the high of the day and you're pressing against the floor of Friday of the year. I mean, not the year. The year is back up in here. Very. If I go to the 4 hour chart, like this is the mind-blowing floor of the year. So you're so deep. You just happen to come into the forex when it's funny.
Yeah,
You
when
show
it was
up.
the crushing
Yeah, you show
move.
up when it's a 20-year low and decide you're going to trade on limits. That's no, your timing could be better. I'm sure you probably, it's not the first time you've run into, like, you bought a new car and the prototype explodes and catches on fire. You're that guy.
Oh man,
I can already see that you're that guy, because look at this. I mean, where are you going to see an entry like this? This is things down 400 pips. That's the.
You know what the funniest thing is? They just
dollar.
basically.
That's the euro.
Yeah,
You're
it's so
you happen to buy the
ridiculous.
euro dollar when you can't even find this is the weekly chart, and you're buying the euro dollar, and you're wondering why you're getting killed.
It's all good,
It's a
man.
real brain teaser.
It's part of the learning process. You got to be prepared to spend it.
This thing won't even paint my 20 pip handles. It won't even paint them. It can't. It's like what are you trying to make me do?
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny shit.
Now it is on the daily. In the daily, it's one of those. Oh, if you only have the patience to wait about till it comes back to here, I think this is going to be the place to get out.
I don't have that patience, man. I want to get out of this as soon as I can. You know the story.
Well, that's the problem. That really so I got a love-hate relationship, with the depth of the market. So what happened was when I saw that situation, I said, well, fuck them. I said, I'm not in that big here. Right. And when it goes up, I'm going to throw buy limits below it. And that's how you make a lot of money, because see right here, instead of getting out, you come in with limits now and you say, oh yeah, okay, well, when Asia comes, if it pulls back into this supply zone, I'm going to buy some more. So that's when, in other words, you're going to add to your position if it pulls back because you're not in that big. But if you're in big right now, I would just dump. So I would dump and reload, but then I would reload like this. But then if I'm in small, I go, why don't I just reload here anyways?
Okay.
So I'm going to come in with really good ratios here for 8 hours or something. I'm like, dude, it's, so I'm just putting in these because I didn't write, these should be an hour, but they're actually 8 hours. So these are giant. This is 6Ks I'm dropping. I'm only in, this account's up. Right now I'm up, I could get out with a profit right now. I'm up $150.
Nice.
So I could get out right now. And I should
take the money and run.
Well, I have to because look at all the exposure I just laid in underneath me. So I got to get to my take all profits. I got to dump it and reload. This is this isn't too bad. This is Sage. They're pretty fast at getting me out.
You got to be prepared to reload. I mean, that's the issue. And if people aren't in front of their screens, you got to have a way to take the money and run and then reload.
So I got other stuff in the background. So I'm going to close all profits of stuff I can't see. Like I got Euro Swiss here or some wackadoodle shit I picked up. So I just cashed out of everything because I had pendings on other shit.
Okay.
So now I'm going to put in these racks I was just showing you. This is stuff that's like way down deep. Yeah, so I just put in so much exposure here. My God. I just put in about 3 standard lots.
Okay.
8 hours exposure. So if you come to your platform and you see this and you go, holy shit, like your kid got a hold of it or something, you come and take this closed ticket. There's a closed ticket thing here. Should we just pluck off one ticket? Start taking these off. And I have entries only shown here. So bring the stack back to a reasonable supply zone. Because that's 8 hours of exposure. But if you're still holding, I would still hold it if I was you, because if you look at the 4 hour, I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ, you are under the floor opening into the week. You got to really think about the auction factor here. You opened under the floor. Are you really going to sell this breakout? You'd be selling if you sell now anything. If you don't hold it till
underwater,
you have to kind of hold it till you make it back to
that's right.
Asia. I mean, the opening of the week. I mean, the week opened here. I know it's hard to believe, but and it's only Tuesday.
It was only 600 and something ticks away, right?
Right. Well, I would definitely, if you want to re-rack, I'm going to dump everything here and re-rack with stuff beneath, like I just did. So I just went flat, and I'm going to re-rack like this. Now I can build a whole new. To me, it's just rinse and repeat. Like that trade's, like on this demo, but if I'm not in that big, it really depends how big you're in, right? That's going to determine whether you want to dump and re-rack, and do you really want to go through it. If it's agony to re-rack, then I guess you're not a high-frequency trader or a mid-frequency trader. A medium-frequency trader is just going to re-rack, right? Maybe
that just flies in the face of everybody's ideas of what trading is about. They think you're going to buy the perfect price at the perfect entry at the unicorn spread and get out with their profits. I mean, it's just so. If you don't understand it, you have to keep buying materials and you have to keep paying for the light. I mean, if you don't understand that concept, then I don't think they'll even ever be able to approach the trading style that you use.
I want to see somebody. I'm going to go hunting for a video of somebody trading NASDAQ with depth of market today. I'm just curious to see what that looked like.
Okay.
To me, this is the fastest market since Friday I've ever traded. But for me, every time I trade NASDAQ, it seems to be a fast market. Especially when on the heels of opening or news comes out, and I mean the drama is just. Oof. Elon Musk Elon Musk just invented a chipset for your brain, makes you never lose a trade.
Bless them all.
Elon's cutting into the MT4. I saw he got a robot out there called the Musk bot.
Jesus, it's about time. So basically, I took the Evel Knievel trade without even trying. Is that what's going on?
Dude, it's like you showed up. It's like you came in from Mars and showed up at the edge of the Grand Canyon and go, who's this motherfucker coming across? Does this happen every day here?
Shit.
Then you thought every Grand Canyon had some goof on a white leather clad motorcycle guy.
You mean they don't have a guy with a Star-Spangled Banner
Right.
jacket
Like,
on?
this is the national anthem he's taking home for. I remember when Trump got over his COVID thing. Somebody posted an image of Trump doing a wheelie around the.
It's beautiful.
Around the hospital. He's on a motorcycle. I like that one where Trump hits a golf ball and knocks Biden down
He
the
knocks
stairs.
over Clinton. That was cute.
I mean, that is really American. You know, Americans got a sense of humor at least.
Listen, it's just part of the course.
I mean, the kind of outlaw comedians are coming back in style a little bit. They're kind of sneaking back out. They're afraid to come on stage, you know, and get killed.
Well, not all of them. There were a few of them that were afraid. I mean, what are you going to do? They got to make a living. They don't want to get banned. They've got certain rules and regulations that they have to subscribe to with regards to, you know, podcasting and all that. But most of them do what the hell they want because they're on their own network. So they were smart enough to all get, you know, put it together. I forget what it's called. They have some network, Red Band, Rogan's Friend, and all these guys. They're doing their own thing, so that's okay. They can speak their mind on their own podcast. They don't have to worry about that.
Rogan's got too much soy. You see what smoking weed did? Dude, look at Joe Rogan lost his mind. What a putz.
Okay.
We don't need him. Yeah, although everybody sticks their finger in it, you know. I mean, he loved Neil Young too. Who doesn't? But dude, come on.
Right.
Remember Neil Young had his little spat with reality.
Sure, it's his girlfriend. Everyone looked up his girlfriend. She's like 32. So, gotta please the lady. Lady.
Hey, lady. Yeah, that's the Jerry Lewis.
You know
Hey,
what?
Lady,
I
Love
used to
Difference.
send money to Jerry Lewis every year. He did the telethon.
Yeah, I used to watch the telethon. That was a kick, man.
You know what? You had people showing up and checks for $10,000, and you're like, holy smoke. But then again, $10,000 was big money back then, man.
Look at New Zealand coming back to the floor. Everything's doing the same thing, the dollar, but New Zealand's about to engulf. Yeah, that's the reset, all right. Look at the weekly New Zealand dollar. What a beatdown.
Wow.
60 cents. It's like the Rodney Dangerfield of coin can't get no respect. 60 cents on that. That's the other thing when I started Forex. New Zealand dollar was trading at 50 cents. And it went all the way to 99 cents through the whole. And I said to my buddy, I said, we should have bought it at 50. I looked at it was a stock.
Right.
Kidding, it's a stock.
So had you stumbled into something else, you wouldn't be doing Forex. Is what I mean. For me, it's very interesting to look back at people and they chart their path through all of this mayhem. And some guys got you know, they found a guy who did spread trading. Some guy I remember back in the day, he found a guy that did options trading. So depending what you stumble into, it seems to me, you get addicted to whatever you were into or whatever you saw first that made sense to you. I guess I think that's the way it looks like to me.
Look at this.
I didn't heard about the E-mini. I was doing stocks too until someone turned me onto the E-mini and said you can do this. I said, oh, cool.
I mean, can you believe this is the price on this is just insane. I never seen anything like it.
Crazy shit.
50 cent here on the 2009. You're hitting 50 cents on the New Zealand dollar.
Wow.
Goes all the way to 80 cents.
It's a nice run, but no one's staying in that long.
It's all over the map.
It's
But if you're only trying to day trade it, it's not going to matter too much.
I think a 4-hour trade is pretty much still a day trade.
4 hour. Most of the systems I was running when I was running those is 4 hours. So right here you would have been, you know, you're kind of like here's the floor, so here's accumulation.
Sure.
The New Zealand dollar in this little spot here, right under the floor, we get this accumulation zigzags. Those are tradable zigzags, you know.
Okay.
Spread's pretty tight here. 1 pip. This 20 pip handles. You could have made, 40 pips here, dicking around. 20, 40, bing, bing, bing. I'm presupposing you're babysitting this thing. Look at it. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, have what you will, but
It's
then
glorious.
if you zoom out,
It's
the
glorious.
big picture is, well, here's the floor, and here's the next. Look at a robot could really, like a range bot could milk all this crap with half a brain. But then when it goes
then you got to throw on the trend bot kind of quote.
Well,
the breakout.
No,
bot.
I think the exposure. So here's the problem is that like this big move has to trigger. So the volatility has to be a component of the launch. You just have to have at least 5 bots running volatility bots because you can't. Or you just trade it manually, which is going to be the best option.
Sure.
I mean, hit a button and say, okay, well, obviously this is like, in other words, you'd hit a button that racks them in like this. Now, these are big swing trades right here I'm dropping. This is $18 to make $18 for 8 hours. But that's the obvious place to sell that, isn't it? You're going to sell high. Okay, for how long?
Right.
Go to the 1 hour chart. Okay, well, here's a pocket. Here's one of those
I'm in.
shelves, here's a one of these supply shelves like this. Let's see, I gotta get this trend line tuned up because I didn't ever set this. Make it kind of fat. Turn off the ray. So this pocket here, if you carry that forward, so this is a big deal, this price up in here, based on this angle of inventory here. I think this is because it goes deeper and deeper, deeper. So that's the upper notch. That's where all the sellers are going to be.
Okay.
Heavy sellers here in this little band.
Yeah.
And every band has its, you get the martingale in up there. You got to be in heavy in that. And so, as you come into it's in 15 minutes. It's going to be noon o'clock, and probably a lot of people are just going to dump right here. I mean, you're back to fair value. You're the fair value of this column of price in New Zealand. I'm going to say this whole thing here. You're in the middle of that. I'm counting this floor that we just took out, so I'm measuring. This is the big monster pivot we returned to within this big giant situation. And then what's the next trade, right? Well, it's like I said, depends how big you're in, and if you don't mind re-racking. Once again, you're left with this. Oh, you mean I got to trade again to make money? So you can't just sit back. You can't sit back on the Holy Grail robot, I guess. If you're going to trade like what I'm doing here, if you're going to hustle, you got to hustle. There's no, like, you can't farm it out. People go, well, can't you just have somebody come in, sign the checks on Friday? Dude, if you don't make sure the ship's running properly, there won't be any ship to come back to. So here's the big next C of anything could happen. But if I keep re-racking and I'll put some bad ratios like risk 40 to make 25 at the top there. But I made these logarithmics, so they're naturally going to be martingaling. If I interweave it, right, this is going to risking 24 to make 15.
It's fine.
But these are better. It's better to drop this trade plan that automatically martingales you in, right? Top tick Tommy. Look how it just beautifully. I call this Tonanachi. I didn't want to reveal what I'm gonna. I got a patent running in the back. I got what do they call it? You got to sign a certificate of non-disclosure. But I'm just gonna open the can right here. It's called Tonanachi. So a Tonanachi with bad ratios right there. We're gonna buy on limits for 8 hours. Add to a winner.
Hang on a second. Do you get a free Tamaguchi with every Tonanachi?
Well, okay, you do get it. It's buy one get one free kind of thing. So you're allowed to mix and match. And actually, if you post what you've done in our social swag file we have, you'll get a discount. and then you can hand it out.
Perfect.
And you can get. It comes with an Alex Jones outfit. Actually, it comes with a chip that makes you sound like Alex Jones. So no matter what, you just be. So I had this all marked off earlier. Look at all these trades that I missed. No, I was trying to do a technical supply and demand analysis on our favorite friend, the Canadian dollar, which is probably the most amazing supply and demand instrument on the planet, I'd say. And I think the girls could get their brain around Canada and the U.S. Okay. So
sure, yeah, they trade.
So here I would run this. There. I would risk. Would you risk $24 to make 15 for 8 hours? Yes.
All day long.
So I would. No, I'm going to get out where I got in. So I should do a little experiment here. It's almost like our robot friend that had high probability, but we're going to have higher probability because we know the supply and demand zone. So I should make a. So I'll make a rack of daily drops, 12-hour drops, and I would drop here all week long.
Yeah, simple ones for sure.
So it's always going to be, here's the dollar amount, you know what you're risking, but you have the coverage area of, so I never built this tree out much, but I could build the swing, these, I can make these so they would run on, so what I do is open the code and I make it so that it's like, instead of a 15 pip range, it's 30 pips, and it's going to be a 10K, and it's going to be logarithmic, and it's going to be 100 pips stop to make 200 pips. Now, it's going to be over here like $36 to make $56 if the whole rack played out.
Sure.
So your job is to find a place to drop it, and I would put up a 50 pip grid, so you force yourself to look for 50 pip trades. So I was trying to do that earlier. Like, look at the British pound. So the British pound came all the way back to the floor, but I think it's going to trick people here, and it's going to keep going up, just like the euro. So the war on the dollar is not unique. If you look at all currency pairs, they all fell into a 20-year low on, against the dollar.
Wow. So
so you're not alone. Like, look at the British pound's not doing it as dramatically as but still the British pound is literally 300 pips under the low of the year already. So the British pound was leading the crush. If you had enough money, here's the trades you missed, so to speak, from supply and demand.
I got into the euro, so don't make me feel so
bad.
No,
I mean, look at this thing. I mean, can you believe this? This is the weekly supply and demand. If you could afford it, right? You start buying here. Holy shit. Every trade's a winner and then some.
Right.
If you could have bought that wick, but like I said, I'm not doing that trade. I mean, but I don't have those deep. I'm not going to lay in track down here, but you can see that if you go to the daily, you're like, that just was one day. Yeah, that was one day stab into the, what does that look like on the daily? It closes beneath if you buy when the market's down. So this is the other argument for this is the lug head 100 pip pull. If you have a 300 pip stop and you see this thing closing under the market, you could have bought this day and this day, walked away and made 400, 500 pips up into the last.
You would have bailed out. You would have bailed out after you got back.
So I mean, you can't take a scalper and show them this trade. They'd be like, how high was your stop on that? Yeah, you're down $30 on a 1K before you make 50. But that's what you're aiming at. And here you're under the floor. So this is bottom tick Betty here for the ultimate. Look at this. This is the low of last month. And the people that bought the low last month and nicked that wick, they rode it for almost 150 pips north. Then he slammed down again. And every time it closes below there, I'd be buying. So I would have bought so much today.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I had a swing account, I would have bought so much the other day too, but I had to dump it now. If you look at the weekly, who the fuck's selling here? Like, you'd have to be out of your fucking mind, but I know people are.
Right.
I'm saying the big picture, this is a whole year of meltdown. So far, the dollar has destroyed the British pound out of the gate.
Everybody. No. Uncle Sam killed everybody in one fell swoop.
This war on the dollar, I've been hearing this shit all year long. Dollar's going down. No, it's not going down.
Can't go down.
It's going up against every other currency on the planet, dude.
It has to. It has to, bro. There's no way around it.
It's a flight to safety. Interest rates are going up. It's a fundamental argument. Makes sense. Duh. When you fall off the cliff
Anyways,
into the vacuum, look at this British pound on the fucking monthly. Give me a break. Now, we've been here before. How many times we've been down into the buys? How many times this market retest? Could you give me like? Are you serious? Does this market ever go anywhere? It's in a range.
Yeah.
So anything fractal, you can make the argument. Well, look, the British pound when it gets to your sell,
but it's a gazillion dollar range. Yeah. It's a gazillion dollar range. I got you.
It's mind blowing, and that's
cut it in half, sells on top, and buys on the bottom, and make money all day long with that. That's a flat state. This is a flat state for how long? A month? 2 months?
The $100 handles only. $100 handles only. British pound.
Right.
I mean 100 pip handles right there. So it's it's $100 per 1K. So you'd be up about $2,000 on this trade. You sell 1K up here, you're up like $2,000 on that one trade.
Sure.
Can you imagine that? Start with your $50 account. Just go short up. The account is your stop, and just let it go.
Well, how many people are going to do that, right? That's the problem.
Well, that's right. That is the question. And if you're staring at your platform, watching the equity fluctuate too much, you're gonna shit your pants.
Right.
Loss and win wise. Like when you're up $3,000 and you don't know why. There was a guy that came on the stream about. I think I was streaming about a couple of years ago or a couple of months ago. I don't remember. So he was in Bitcoin big, and he said he could do no wrong. And he wrote it way up there. And actually, I talked to him. After I talked to him, it went to $6,000. This is before it went to 60,000. So it was messing around, pulling back, and because there was that big pullback the first time. And he was like, yeah. And then one day I looked at my thing, and he was some guy in New York. He'd made so much money. But really, it's like unrealized gains. He was basically excited by his unrealized gains because he hadn't cashed out.
You didn't cash out yet.
Cash out of these trades sometimes, You have to actually, if you go in the flat state where you're in no trades ready to get filled, that's probably as good as it gets. You cash out, you got the re-rack, and the market calms down. Now you can rethink. If you were upset about the volatility, then you can calm down and just re-rack. But yeah, trade day's over here. It's noon o'clock. British pounds beat to the floor. I'm sure that another retest for the British pound. It's like a triple bottom on the monthlies, covering back 2015. Market's so deep.
Yeah.
Like here's a floor from it looks doomed actually. Like what the pound keeps tanking, I always wonder about that.
Right.
There's always somebody that's gonna buy in the 15-minute bounce, but I mean you wonder about these big pictures. That's just fascinating as hell. I just can't get over it. I can't get over how deep these markets. I never look at these pairs. People say, what about New Zealand versus the euro? I'm like, Jesus Christ! I mean, how much money you got? Look at this wick on this wick up here, over the counter. That's
right.
That's what over the counter looks like. Is complete bloodbath. I got to redo the template right here. I can't believe. Look at this.
I
wick.
wonder if some of these.
Explain this
I
wick
was
to me.
listening. I want to just ask: is it hard to cash out of some of these brokers?
Oh no. It takes about a day, I think. I mean, unless you're gonna wire it, then there's like 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, then they start jamming you for $20 here and 20. Yeah, it's nickel and dime world. I got it.
2 weeks to look. Now look at this. Look at this monthly euro versus the. I'll just go pure analyst here. Like, how would you like to be the guy? I'm just fantasy trading right now, but
okay.
You sold up here. At that time.
And then went on vacation like that girl from
you
2001.
so you're like, hey, listen, I got this trade. I'm using I'm going to use my girlfriend's horoscope to place this order.
Buddy, the girl was supposed to leave after she made 1%, and she ended up making $13,000 because she went on vacation and forgot about the trade. So sometimes it's best to walk away by luck. Got a hard stop at a quarter after. I'm going. I have to get out, but I want to thank you for showing the people's reality. I think you're one of the only guys out there that are doing it. Simply.
No, I sold up here, dude. So what I did was I immediately went on vacation. I didn't know what to tell anybody because I felt like I felt like the cat that swallowed the canary. I was like, well, should I tell my friends and family that I called ICT. I said, what do I do? What I do, he says, what you should probably do is get out at supply down here. And I go, fucking, you're a genius. Thanks, ICT. So what I did is
what a genius.
Yeah, I sold up in this supply zone here. And of course I could handle the overfill. I got out down here and I'm like, I couldn't be happier. I stopped trading actually after that 3-year.
You don't have to.
Well, after 5, it took me 3 years to make that money. I held that for 3 years on the chart. You can see each vertical line is a year. So, and then later on, somebody said to me, well, "Why don't you sell this box?" And I said, "Well, of course. I'm already short that one from Top Tick Tommy, and I wrote it to here. I'm flat. Now my next trade is going to be honestly, let's just put a buy grid here. So actually, I wouldn't change a thing. I would actually the monthly it'd be like this. Okay, let's just buy this. It's gonna fall in here somehow. Like can I just buy this vacuum? Sure, actually, that's all I'm doing. But I'm just picking a vacuum. Now this is the weekly with 100 pip handles, but why not? Put a 300 pip stop, put in a grid and walk away. I mean, what's gonna be different than you doing that over here on the weeklies? You could have done this thing at the beginning of the year. You could have said, well, Fred, what are you going to do this year? Well, I got limits down here waiting to get filled. Okay, how's that going to work out for you? Pretty fucking good, right?
Well,
that's a 100 pip grid, though. You got about 500 pip stops. I'm just getting $50 a trade. I'm going to make $250 a trade. Okay, Ralph. Supply and demand guy in the weekly. What the supply and demand guy in the daily's got a less risky jobs. That's why I was talking about the. If you're going to do the supply and demand on the weekly, it's going to be a lot less expensive. I could put 100 pip stops. Here's the pivot, right? And the market's coming in. I could be milking. This is 100 pips, 200 pips, just feeding off the wicks. But you need a 200 pip stop here. This would be your bragging trade. This is the lonely wick, and you keep selling those wicks. Right now. I would totally be putting buy limits in all week long down here, and I'll just go grab I haven't wrote them yet. I should write them this afternoon. I'll write the guppy grids. You're talking 100 pip stop to make 150 pips.
That'd be like 200 pip stops for sure.
Buying linear grids 20 pips apart.
That's a bit tight, isn't it?
And it's a 5K. I'm going to have to do the math on that. What's that?
Yeah.
No, I mean you'd have to be like a 200 pip stop. You're buying 25 pips apart. It's a 4K. It lasts for 4 hours or 8 hours, and all that would matter because if you back test that little rack that I just described, you can see what it does. The stuff we were doing was like, let's see if we put the pedal to the metal to the engine blew up, which is what they do when they race cars. They basically want to leave the track with the thing fried, rebuild it. Or they have one rebuilt, they swap them out. Pit stops, you can't put a new engine in, but you change the tires out. That's like getting stopped.
Oh, yeah, no, they push it. They push it to the limit. Agreed. They have to push it. You're showing people how to push it to the limit.
I think if I write the swings, so I have to put them into little categories. Swing trading on the guppy, these are 8-hour expirations with 200 pip stops, 100 pip stops, the dollar amount spelled out, the total risk of the rack. But you want to have
your risk of the rack.
You want to have your stop outside the last entry so you can claim a master stop and call out the exact cost of the rack.
Right.
As far as the take profit, if you exit before, this is why I made the exit also outside of the box of the fill rack, so that if you call out the take profit, that's going to be a worse number, but a high probability. So if you'd have to say, I know that my target is inside the box. I'm risking 100 to make 50, so this rack's only going to make this, but it's actually risking even worse. So you have to show the worst possible scenarios to people. If you load this, you're risking 100, but you'll probably make $48. You'd probably make 30 if you risk 100. But if you said this to a guy in a slot machine, you go, I'd take that any day. On the dollar machine, on the $100 handle pull, my buddy was there one day because he's a gambler, my forex buddy from years ago. He comes in, he goes, he's watching a guy doing $200 machines. Oh my God, he's cleaning up, right? Because when this one pays out, the payout's good on a $100 machine, but he's running both of them. He's using one to bet on the other machine. So if you said to him, well, I'll give you back 30 and 20, I keep you in the game. So the order placement, and you're going to see what happens. I think if you're looking at this chart, if you never showed, like, say you had somebody you were trying to show how to trade, you never show them anything about a daily chart. They just wouldn't know. So the problem with fractals is somebody said, anytime you show anybody who's a trader or something, they go, we'll work on the 1 minute chart. Dude, no. Because the spread is going to destroy the delta. You can't break out trade on a 1 minute chart. Sure, if there was no commissions, the spread was zero, yes, you could build that bot and you'd be a millionaire. So the landscape on this trade is like, holy shit, you know. It's a whole different world. And I would set the, how many pips are you trying to make? I wouldn't even show anybody this much. I would just say, let's fix the scale.
It's too deep. It's too deep to show them. They won't get it.
No, so this is just, I'm just showing it for a look back. But if you really, it looks more like this, I think, to the person that's going to risk 300 pips. Or like, I'm trying to make 300 pips today. How can I do that? Well, today's supply zones. I'd say that this is the daily chart. Could we come down here and just break everybody's heart and start clearing out stops? I'm sure there's stops down here. You know, you could just think of, you're going to go hunt retail trade. You're going to be a market maker. I guess you have to find a persona to be. This is another thing. I was just watching Tharp again. He's got the personality profile for a trader. But you make your own personality, right? So you become this. In other words, if you have to dress up like a superhero to make money, well, then do it. You know, I mean, that's what these.
You don't. Second, you don't dress up like a superhero?
I go. Yeah, I want to be Robin from Batman and Robin. I used to dress up like him, actually jump around on the bed. And my sister looked at me like, "Are you gonna be all right?" And I'm like, I'm super. You don't know who I'm like. I'm Gumby, damn it. At least I'm not trying to be Gumby. I'm Gumby, damn it. So here's your daily setups for the. This would be a distant fill probability. And if you were to try to place your labyrinth of scalps in this box, I think there's going to be there'd be drama if we drop in that box. On the sell side, I'm going to say there's going to be drama if we come near this floor. So in the most conservative way, you know, that's down here for the buy side, and the sell side is going to start at the rooftops on the daily up into this, because there'll be some controversy up here. And then I would just go drop orders in here, and maybe you only have like 4K spread into this thing, you know. The convenience drops are the ones I just showed you, where it's pre-racked and it's logarithmically spaced, so it automatically martingales. The tip of your mouse is the first drop. So if you start a drop here that covers X pips, then you know you got that vault there, and then you just go to the next currency pairs here. Now you could trade multiple currency pairs, because you could say, well, I'm going to go trade the same trade plan over here on the. But then you realize, no, this is like the guppy. You're going to need a 300 pip stop, so you had to trade what you can afford. Like, this is pretty affordable. So it doesn't matter what you trade. This is the euro versus the pound. This is pretty low volatility right now. It's not like it has. Look at back here, right? So this here, how do you explain? Why would you? Okay, so if you're trading this instrument, this pair, just because you built a robot for the euro versus the
yeah, it's not going to fly.
Pound, it's not going to fly, because look at you just blew your robot up here. Whatever that robot,
it's done in one.
It's done. And if your robot was designed to do this, the robot get no fill now. You know work.
Right.
So that's why the volatility bot for me was the answer, because the volatility would have jumped in here regardless of moving average.
You wouldn't know. Yeah, it wouldn't know what was going on. It would say,
yeah,
"Wait,
it would
this
just
happened.
gobble
I gotta
that up
go."
out of nowhere. It would gobble
Right.
this drama too. But here, the only people making money here are people that have shallow auction bots or shallow
Right.
wick bots. You know, I don't know what
Simple,
to
you're gonna
call it.
forgive me. I've got to go take my
All right.
buddy to the doctor. I'll be back about an hour
Yeah.
or so. You gonna be around?
I'll probably be here unless I pass out. You know, I pass
Right,
out a
man.
lot because a lot of the I'm just there's too much fentanyl in a lot of my coffee, and they're putting fentanyl in my coffee.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I can't believe it.
Well, be well, bud. Thanks again.
All right.
We'll speak to you soon.
No fills here on NASDAQ. Back to the NASDAQ story. No fills. A couple here we missed while we were trading the other instrument, but they're kind of fast, kind of quick and dirty. We'd had a quick draw McGraw there. Not worth it. Look at this 1 minute chart though. Could make $30 right there. $30 right there. Look at that. Constant nonsense. So I put my orders pretty damn wide here. We could still get filled by the end of the day. Now it's noon. It's noon o'clock. Come back to square one. Where's my euro dollar? Still climbing. Oh well, that's about kind of drifty now. I think all these expire with under 4 hours. But then this market's going to go offline. In about 3 hours, this market's going to close. Maybe get trapped in a winning trade here. I just made an M30 ticket. 30-minute expiration. $20 stop to make $20. So that's my fastest expiration so far. Do a little baby trade.
10-4.
Negative off of learner's permit.
10-4.
At 141, PD accident, 82nd and Allisonville, 82 in Allisonville. They pulled into the Shell parking lot.
Could be down by the highway, I guess, down by where somebody crosses over.
141.
1214.
6 is checking that now. Those two tents seem to think they were right here by the hill.
Controls available corner, copy at TX.
Corner 7, can you send it to my pager?
Control to 133.
133. 148 is going to be the black male and the white male that are seen on the north side of the BP staring at us.
I've tried calling their office about 3 times. No one's answering.
And 173, correct.
Go ahead.
Okay, we have the corner call myself.
Clear.
Thank you. Suspended driver license.
PD hit and run, Holmes, a minute 12.
10-4 for you to make sure both those in the run. I appreciate it. Sure.
12:15.
Control 120.
124 control.
Go ahead. Edward 124.
There's a call back on this. Can you see if you can get a better location?
Okay, they complained that Visa, they should have been under the canopy. If you don't see, then apparently they've left.
I need a property owner or somebody from the management here. I know who stays under you.
Adam 133, Adam 156, 133, Adam 156, 8180 North Shayla, 8180 North Shayla, trouble with a person.
I'm sorry, you said you did locate them? I'm sorry, I thought you did not.
133.
I know who stays under the canopy. I need the representative on site.
Okay.
156.
12:15.
The cat says he's on the scene. He's not, though.
10-4, he was on the way. Let me see.
David was all over the road from 116th and Ditch, turned westbound onto Emily into the Pickwick Farms apartments, 9300 North, 1350 West, not currently followed. Farms apartments, 9300 North, 1350 West, not currently followed.
121, 122.
Go ahead.
David 158 control. Can you back on and start back over here? The property manager showed up. And control, can we get a couple more cars just in case there's some people out here telling us there's several couples in there.
25 domestic 414 Maribel Mills Drive. Client versus boyfriend. Says boyfriend pushed her. Says there are rifles and pistols in the residence. Not involved.
Attention North District 52, information only of a reckless vehicle, Emily and Ditch Road, Gold Ion, license plate 444, Baker Edward David, was all over the roadway from 116th and Ditch, turned westbound onto Emily into Pickwick Farms, 9300 North, 1350 West, information only, 1216.
125 from Crawfordsville and Dandy.
175.
125, 175 at 1216.
Pickle 13, Pickle check, Pickle 69 at 1216.
It's going to be Missouri, right at I-70. It's on the southwest corner, just south of the I-70 over where it goes over West Street.
Oh, it's Missouri and I-70.
I'm on my way down there. 130, I guess you can disregard.
David 120, a vehicle illegally parked, Carlsbad Drive in Carlsbad Lane, No Pickles, Southwest 41.
120.
1217.
32210 East 54th.
140.
170.
127. He looks like he's by himself. He's obviously agitated. He's walking. I'm just gonna sit so you can hear. White male, white T-shirt, bald head. He's got that beard stuff. Talking to himself.
1217. Adam 147, disregard.
Alright, I'm Cardian West now. 2 seconds.
Attention all cars, a hold up alarm at 2915 German Church Road.
Control to another corner to copy TX.
37.
1217.
113, open unit to assist on a disturbance, New York and West Street. It's a female. She's carrying a backpack.
174 control.
174.
And arguing with a male that's with her.
122 is clear on that.
1218.
Can you see if you can find anything on an unconfirmed black male, last name Anderson, first name William? Give me a date of birth of 8/17/73 if I didn't locate anything initially.
Clear. 130 also.
130, you're going to the disturbance.
Affirmative.
1218.
122, 168.
Go ahead.
You think you'll need our services?
Control 745, can you copy of them?
Likely. I heard somebody in there.
Stand by, one, sir.
Okay.
124 control. FYI, everything's fine.
Clear.
Brown jumper keeps banging and knocking on complainant's door.
128.
That's 1220. 45. Go ahead.
121. 70. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm ready to copy.
122 Norfolk.
L, possibly Lamont.
21 out of 122 at 1220.
Okay.
1 George, 1 Zebra, Charles, 5 Edward, Baker, 6 Adam, Frank, 291 56F.
It's going to be 5307 West 11th Street. Caller's on Cadillac Drive, advising he's going to send his son over to speak with officers. Reference Mike Hurst, trespassing on property they own.
This violation 50th on Barlow.
Okay, 12-1.
Attention all cars disregard the hold of alarm at 2915 German Church, false alarm.
Southeast 23, Charles 133 and 128, disturbance 1213 East Gimbers Street.
Roll.
120 for roll call.
For the officer needs call.
I'm sorry. You're saying you never received the number?
Affirmative.
I just paged you with it. Can you copy?
Go ahead.
An older white female that's driving a silver van. A Hispanic female got out of the vehicle and assaulted 2 black males that are walking in the street. The party's relaxing southbound at the dead ends, and this has been going on for 1 hour. The assault just occurred.
Frank 133 at 317-437-8013.
Clear.
Did we get a call for a possible runaway in the area 56 in Georgetown?
Chicken 45
What?
comes back to a 2010 Chevy Malibu white, and it's negative.
Okay, can you put me on traffic, 6000 Shaylin, start me a record for that, please.
Control 141.
Okay.
Good. 161. Can you have somebody come out and talk to me? I don't see any dump truck on their property unless they own adjacent properties, but I still don't see anything.
Can we do a call back from the McDonald's? No one's flagged me now.
No, sir. I'm not seeing any runs.
Okay, put me on the invest at 56 in Georgetown at the BP station. I believe this is a disabled male here who runs away from home. I believe this. I just saw him run into the gas station here.
Clear. You want a second car?
Yes, sir. This way, just in case he takes off running.
Okay.
Clear. Another car at 56 in Georgetown. Clear. 620 Georgetown. 1223. Both units.
120. I'm on 52 at Georgetown.
Clear. 1223.
Clear 72 control.
Control, you can disregard.
Clear.
Vid 155 is not working. He's not answering.
Did I send you 317-315-9351?
No.
Control from 147.
Nigger 161, she's on her way to you.
Clear 147.
That's the number.
9352.
Can we go call back? I'm not getting answers at the door.
Clear, thank you.
Okay, it's 9351. Sorry.
135 control.
No worries, thank you.
Can you check with the alarm company or run this address, see if you can make contact with an owner?
There.
1023. Front door is open, garage is open, side garage is open, but not locating anybody. There are dogs inside.
Clear. 1224. So you can disregard on the call back. Clear. Control, break 144 for the cars that were coming to 560 Georgetown. Apparently, I think his father's chasing him. They ran across the street, going westbound on 56th Street here.
Looks like a William Simmons lives here, but I don't have anything else.
Clear. Are you in pursuit of him?
Yeah, I'm sending a message to the alarm company.
Negative. Clear. We have a closing description?
I do. I'm not locating anything.
122, please.
Rebecca 14815, protect the welfare of a person. 5 South Kidley. And it's another location sitting inside a white Ford F-150.
148. Control both IC.
Adam 167, Adam 168, Adam 167, Adam 168, 22nd and Meridian, 22 and Meridian, report of a disturbance.
Both units.
Rating 154 at 1225.
167. Control 152.
Is this him wearing all black shorts?
152.
You copy one.
Adam 158, Claire Langley in Tacoma.
1226. Go ahead.
145, I believe so. Attendant here said they got into a car. They may have already retrieved them. Last name's Porter, Porter. First name Anthony. 615 of 88, Blackmount.
Clear. Traffic and has almost caused an accident. Information at 1226.
Okay. The guy I have is not going to be home.
Clear, you can disregard. I think they may have already got them today. If they'll give us a call if they need us.
Control the 174.
Go ahead, sir.
Any chance he knows his Soch?
It took us about 15 minutes to get what he said was his name, so probably not. 133.
133.
See for photos, please.
I'll type up a run.
Control 136. I'll back onto him in just a second.
Okay. $60 Lawrence. Just call him because he doesn't like that his.
Adam 156, 8206 Autumn Mill Lane, 8206 Autumn Mill Lane, a harass report.
156. Because his neighbor has a bus parked in his yard.
1227, she was expecting a phone call. This has been sent back over, holding over the limit for PAO.
10-4. Right, when you say his yard, are you talking about the caller? Negative. Park.
A big dump trailer out of Illinois. It's going to be some plate number 729609, and it's S/T out of Illinois.
The caller's property. Are people coming up? Negative. It is not the caller's yard. He's upset because that subject has a bus parked in his own yard. Oh, okay.
121 control. You can disregard the other car.
Adam 122, 1022, you're out. 606.
152.
10-4. Tonight.
Stand by. 669, is everything okay?
Control Frank 147. Can you copy serial number on the phone for me, please?
Control to the units on Bradley. Is everything okay?
Yeah, for now.
Go ahead.
Clear. Echo 152.
Did you get a return?
This should be a Glock 19. Serial number Paul X-ray 1950703.
5 working on it.
Okay, he's telling me it's probably 1099.
137.
Echo 137.
When you get a chance, can you run Bonnie Trotter as Bonnie Brooks instead with the same deal?
Clear.
135, we're done.
Sure.